Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So I got up today and I had Marseille on my mind. And around this time of year, just as we're kind of in that late winter phase, I start to I start to be attracted to Marseilles. I don't know why that is, but I don't know. I woke up and I just said to myself, today's a Marseille kind of day. So I figured, why not spend a little bit of time looking at some Marseille decks that I have in my collection? I do have a pretty extensive collection of Marseille, um, but I narrowed it down to, I don't know how many I have. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, about 10. And obviously I could show you more, but we don't really want to have a 4-hour video, right? So I figured I would just kind of show the ones that were special to me or that I use a lot, right? So I kind of went that way with it. Um, but without any further ado, let's look at some Marseilles because today is a Marseille kind of day. So I'm gonna have to say, uh, this one here, I think this is one of my favorites, to tell you the truth. Um, there's a couple in here. There's a couple in here that are my favorite to read with. So what I did is I just brought in any decks that are Marseille or Marseille like, right, with pips and stuff like that. I kind of tend to categorize them all as Marseilles. Um, if they're, pippish, if there's a lot of pips in them, I kind of just automatically put them into the Marseille grouping. So this is some true Marseilles and then some that are just Marseille-like, right? Or in my category of Marseille. So last summer, I got I got a whole bunch of decks in a yard sale. There was a box full of decks, and this was one that was in that yard sale haul. Um, this is a beautiful deck. I do like it. This is old. This is from 1974. It has been printed in Switzerland. I don't think I have anything else to go off of. And I'm definitely not getting into the whole dating of a deck again. But this is an older one. So this one I have 71 and on the box it says 74. So I don't really know. And I don't have like a printing. I don't have a printing number. So I don't really know. But it's an older deck. It has beautiful cardstock. Its cardstock reminds me of Los Scarbeos. Like honestly, it's that kind of stock. It's got really pretty backs. A little bit of like a muted gold or like a matted gold. And I have another one that I will be showing that has that same thing with that matted gold in it. And it gives a very vintage feel. Now, I didn't put these in order, right? Because I use them. But like, look at the yellows and the blues and the greens. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I always forget my camera zooms in. All right. And it's bouncing. Hold on. Let me study it. So just beautiful colors, kind of a more of a simple primitive style artwork, but it's a great deck. I love the colors. The colors in this is why I think this is one of my favorite ones to use because I absolutely love the bright colors. And they kind of almost look like, I don't know if I would consider it watercolor or maybe just like magic marker. Like it looks, um it's just, I don't know, I love it, I love it. That's what I love about it. I love it's kind of a little rough, looks hand done, and that's what's so great about it, right? It's a great deck. Look at the bum. The bum always makes me laugh because the way they drew it, it's just funny. Your traditional Two of Pentacles, having the banner or the title, right? But yeah, I do. I love this Marseille. I think this is honestly one of my favorites. If I was to pick one, I don't know. I've got some good ones around me, but this is definitely up at the top of my Marseille, like my favorite Marseille decks. And like all Marseille, right? They read so crisp and so clear. This one is just such a nice size. We've got some trying to jump out. It's just such a nice size in your hand. They're not huge, they're not large. It's a nice slide to them. Like really, really nice. And they look great all laid out. Like, look how beautiful they are. I don't know. To me, it's like that like white backgrounds with a bright pop of color. It just reminds me of like winter for some reason. I don't know. And like going into like early spring, right? So yeah, I think this is hands down one up. It's definitely in the top five of my favorite Marseilles. That's for sure. So I'm just gonna stick with what came out of that yard sale haul. So this one here, I don't have much information on it other than it came from I've got like 188, but it's like PO. Like I don't know if it's PO Box 188, Windsor, Ontario. So that's really close to my my home, right? So like where I'm from, I'm it's very close to Windsor, Ontario. But I've got like number 172 of Tarot Marseille. I don't know. I don't know anything about this deck. It barely fits in its box. The interesting thing about it is it's a Fournier. So, and I've got like a million booklets happening here. They all say 1983. I don't know. I've never looked to see if they all are the same. So this one's English. What's this one? This one's French. Sorry, this one's French. This one's Spanish. So I've got individual booklets. I've got a French, a Spanish, and an English. And the cool thing is it actually does give you like how to read them, methods for reading it, and then some spreads. I don't know. It's pretty cool. I haven't done a whole lot of reading with this one, but this one's pretty cool too. It's still like that Fournier cardstock, which I think is really interesting. And the thing I like about this one is once again, great great colors, right? Bright and vivid. The backs are they're pretty vintage looking, right? That looks like it looks like a floor tile, like a linoleum floor. That's exactly what I would when I see these is that's what I think is like my grandma's linoleum floor. But once again, bright, beautiful, vivid colors. We've got everything as it should be. And like I said, I haven't made in Spain. No, it's a Fournier. Yeah, so like I haven't spent a lot of time with this one. This one hasn't called to me the same as the other ones that I'm going to show. Here's your traditional Two of Pentacles again. However, I do like it and I do appreciate that it's in my collection. I feel like I should probably pull this out more and use this one more than what I do. But there's another one that I'm going to show that I don't go to it the same way, right? I actually have difficult connecting to it. But this one, it's not that it's a difficult to connect to. It's that I tend to go to the one I just showed you first, right? And I just want to see, give a little shuffle and wake it up. And I mean, they really are beautiful. They are beautiful. I do like them. But they do have that very like I'm surprised that they're 80s because they kind of have like a 70s feel to me. But yeah, so this is and then when I saw this, like how stained it was, I was like, oh god, this thing's gonna be wrecked. And it did go through. However, it's not on any of the cards. Maybe this has it. Maybe the title cards. But see, but that's why I keep title cards, right? Front and back to protect. And then I just put these at the bottom. I keep my English at the top and then the other ones. But it's so funny because this deck doesn't fit. Look it doesn't fit in the box like at all. So this one it's I don't know, it's interesting. This one's kind of a mystery to me. But I've got International Card Playing Company, so that must have been the store that sold it. I don't know. I've got number 172. I'm confused by what I'm seeing, so who knows, right? But it's a pretty interesting Marseille. Okay, and while we're speaking about decks that I have that I don't necessarily go to, this one right here, the polka. So I grabbed this one, I don't know, last year at some point, and I don't know. I have not connected to it. And the reason why I haven't connected to it is because I actually find that it reads really cold. I'm attracted to it. I think it's interesting. It's got a little bit of grotesque stuff happening, so if you're sensitive to that stuff, you might want to look away. Um, the backs are awesome. They're little skulls. This is like to me, this is like uh oh, what's that one? Is it Cursed Augatories? This reminds me of that in a way. But we've got this umbilical cord. It's not, I know a lot of people say it's intestines. It's not, it's an umbilical cord. And I've read a couple times with it, but it reads really cold for me. So I don't know if I just need to spend more time with it or I need to connect with it more. But I do love the dark, rich backgrounds. Here's your traditional pentacle again that you see in the Marseilles. But this is kind of like I tend to use this more obviously around Halloween. And it's strange. It's unusual. I'm attracted to it, right? But like I said, when I've done readings, it's been cold. And I feel maybe I just need to spend a little bit more time with it. Maybe it needs to warm up to me, right? But I do really like it. And I do see it staying in my collection. But I'm not entirely sure, right? There might come a time where I do move this one on because I just don't connect with it. And I like to, I don't know, I feel like Marseille just looks good when it's out, right? And like I said, I'm just pulling cards. I'm not asking anything. I'm just looking for what they look like. I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting deck. But like I said, I have to spend time with it. It just wasn't a straight up connection, right? It's one I feel that I think I'm gonna have to like nourish it, spend a little bit of time with it, connect into it, all that different stuff. And I keep folding. The booklet keeps getting caught. But yeah. So here's the polka. Polka. I always say polka fast, but it's polka. Yeah, I don't know, strange one, but I like it. So, and then while we're looking at that kind of style, everyone knows this one. Um, Tarot de ambiguities. This one always tongue ties me all the time. Are obviously by Artisan Tarot, who make absolutely phenomenal quality decks. And I have another by them, but it's just like the majors. I forget what it is. It's Jean something. And we've all seen this one. This one has been out and about and around. We love the tea staining, right? Great traditional backgrounds, the kind of backgrounds that like I love, like back cards like this, where they look like floor tile. Love it. This one I love. This one I go to quite a bit. I do enjoy its messages. I like the way it reads. It's really interesting. It's strange, but in all the right ways. And it is a traditional Marseille. Like this one, I love it. I love the heads in the water, and then we have the star where the head is. Like it's great. It kind of makes me laugh, to tell you the truth. And I feel it lightens up the Marseille because I feel like Marseilles can be kind of serious, right? So like I feel like this just it gives serious readings, but it kind of because of the imaging, right? You just kind of go, that's kind of funny. I like her third eye in her hat. I don't know. I find the images kind of funny, so it gives me a little chuckle, and I like that about it. That's awesome. I never even realized that the horse had the like the mermaid, the double finned mermaid tail. I forget what you call that. And then I have the title card shuffled into it. There you go. Traditional two of pentacles again. Man, we're just hitting all the two of pentacles each deck so far. It's a good sign. But yeah, and cardstock. Like, can we spend some time on this beautiful linen? Like, if you have an Artisan Tarot made deck, you know what I'm talking about. This is like casino quality linen at its finest, and like it's so slippery. This deck is one that falls out of my hands a lot. It gets away from me. They just go, like they slide. So amazing. But yeah, like look, and we're gonna get, let's see if we get, yeah, we're gonna get all quartz. Look at that. And I always think of like, I don't know, it's funny to me. It's like this guy's like riding away and this guy's like looking at him like, what do you want? And then he's like looking, like judging his like outfit, like, oh my God, I can't believe you wore those. Like just the looks on their faces, they make me laugh so much. He looks like he's looking like right at this head on his lap. He's like, oh my God, you decapitated that guy. Like, man, how rude. Like they have so much attitude to me. I don't know. Look at his judgy budgy face. They make me laugh. I don't know. This deck is funny. 100% funny. At least I think so. You guys are going to get yo-yoed back and forth here. I don't know if you like that or not, but we're just going to zoom in and zoom out and zoom back in. And so this one here, I just showed on my last video. I like to read with this one in the winter, and it was part of my last video, the decks that I read with for the winter. And this is the Symbolic Tarot of Worth with the best backgrounds in the world, like 100%. Some of the best, in my opinion. And I do. I love them. But here's that like matted gold again. That gives it this like totally vintage feel. And we just looked at this one in my last video. But I do. I love reading with this one. I'm gonna say like this one and the first one I showed, Tarot Classic. I think these are my favorite Marseilles to read with. Oh, I like Tarot Ambiguities too. Like that one's a really good one too. But yeah, this is a great one as well. And I mentioned it in the video that I'm talking about. The court cards are a little messed up in this one, where the knights look older than the kings, and I think that that's just weird to me. But some people, they're okay with it. So here we have like that the Two of Pentacles, which showed itself again. However, we don't have that like traditional banner happening, right? Where I feel like a lot of people would say that it's not a true Marseille unless it has that Two of Pentacles with the banner happening. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I said, I anything that's really pippish, that's this style, I categorize in my collection as a Marseille. So I don't well, I don't know how people feel about that, but that's where I sit on it. And another one that I have, another Los Carbeos. I actually have a lot of Los Carbeo decks. I'm a huge fan of it. I know people don't like them. They don't like their card stock, but that's just a title card. I don't know. I like them. This one here is a nice one as well. So this one is the Ancient Italian Tarot by Los Carbeo. I believe this is still available. I mean, obviously the vintage ones are not available, but a majority of these are still available as far as I know. Here's the backs. They look like an oriental rug, which is awesome to die for. These are just, this is such a beautiful Marseille. I really like this one as well too. Honestly, tell you the truth, I love my Marseille collection. I enjoy it very much. And like I said, I don't always read with Marseille. I've got to be in the mood for it. Um, but yeah, like this is just beautiful. And they kind of look like news printing in a way. So they're interesting that way. This one I'm not 100% with this one. This one's kind of newer to my collection, and I'm still getting used to it. Look how beautiful they are, though. This one's gorgeous. Look at this devil card. Like, how amazing, eh? I love this one. This is like, I don't know. I keep saying that, like, I don't know what my favorite Marseille is, honestly. Like, I love all of them. I love all my Marseilles. Here's your traditional, too. But yeah, this is such a beautiful deck. And it shuffles gorgeous, like all Los Scarbeos. I don't know. I love me a good Los Scarbeo tuck box deck, man. I am a fan of them. I like this card stock. Sometimes I feel when they're too thick, it's like shuffling wood tiles, and I don't like it. Oh, majors. Oh, so sorry, queen. Sorry, I'm all crooked. But yeah, look how beautiful they are. Let's see, is there a pip here somewhere? I don't put pip. Oh, these are all like majors. There we go. Sometimes we like to see a pip in there. I'll get myself organized in a minute here, guys. It's one of those days. But yeah, look at that. Gorgeous. This is such a good one. I don't grab this one as much as I should. Like I said, it's fairly new to my collection, so I'm still learning it. Um and not even learning it, connecting to it, right? Because I feel like once you read Marseille, you read Marseille. Like all of them, right? You know what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna stop zooming in and out. Um I have 3 left. I'm going to show this one. So this one I had put away for quite a while. This is Tattoo Tarot. And I had this one put away because just I was taking a break from it, right? This one is huge. This is such a big, chunky deck and great traditional back. But this is very much a Marseille or pip based. I don't know. I would consider this a Marseille. But it's beautiful and it's a good reader. I do enjoy this one as well too. Obviously it's like old school flash art. But yeah, it's nice. And like, sorry if I'm flipping too fast, but like this, I don't want to make this a video forever. But yeah, so this one I had put away for a while and I just had up at the back, high up on my shelf. And I took it out today, or sorry, last night. And I was like, oh, I haven't touched this one in a while. Let's do a reading with this one. And so I pulled it out last night. I didn't see that traditional two. This is the first one that didn't give us the traditional two. I guess the last one didn't even really either. It's so big though. It's kind of hard to handle. That's the only thing about it. I want to see if it has that traditional two. Once again, it's the banner that we're looking for. Like, look at that Ace of Pentacles. Or Ace of Coins. Isn't that beautiful? This one hasn't been shuffled up very well. It's kind of still in order. Yeah, it is in order. Kind of. I don't know what I was doing here. Like I said, it was put away for a while because I like to rotate through my collection, right? And ones, that I don't use too often, I put away. Death card. I'm just looking for that Two of Pentacles. There's a Hermit. Wow, I'm just like missing it. I might have just skipped it and haven't even seen it. Okay, I'm gonna fast forward all this. Let's find this because now it's bugging me. Here it is. So here's our Two of Coins, and it's not traditional with the banner, but so beautiful. Like, look at the colors, eh? This one though isn't shuffled very well, so we'll see. And it's so thick. It's almost too much for me to shuffle, and it gives me a hard time because it is so chunky. And that's probably why I put it up on the shelf, is because it was just too chunky for me to comfortably shuffle. Yeah, see, look, we're not going to get a good mess up. So let me pull from here, and then I'm going to go for the middle. There we go. So there we at least get a good mix up happening because it's not shuffled well. But look how beautiful it is, right? Gorgeous colors, absolutely gorgeous colors on this deck. I don't know who printed this. Lawrence King. I don't know what that company is. But it's nice. Like, it's got a nice booklet. It explains it. It's from 2018. I've had this for a while. I don't know if this one's still available or not. Not entirely sure, but it's a good Marseille. Or what I consider it to be a Marseille. Okay, and then I've got two more left. So obviously, the ever so popular Eros Garden of Love Marseille deck by Usi. And this one has nudity in it, so it's a sexy little thing. But it's a great Marseille. It's got the moon cycles in it. Here we've got the traditional. This one they did the three as the traditional, the Three of Cups. We have the Seeker card, which is nice. But great colors once again, right? But this one, like I said, this one's a little provocative. So if you're sensitive to that, close your eyes. I feel like most of us are adults here and we're okay with it. But I love this deck. This deck is it reads really good, honestly. I wonder if they have the traditional. I thought they did. It's so cute. I don't know, some of the images are adorable, and then other ones I'm just like, "Oh my god, that is so dirty." But whatever. It's like, you gotta have that. There's a traditional too. Doesn't really have the banner, but it does have a nice embellishment happening on it. Um, I don't know. You gotta kind of have that in your life a little bit sometimes. So this deck makes me stretch. Like I have to stretch to get my hands on it. It's beautiful. Um, Oozy stock, gorgeous. Shuffles, beautiful. Here's the backs. And I don't know, I really do like this deck. I like the way that it reads. But this is a little bit like a little bit of bigger cards, right? Wow, we got the Wheel of Fortune again. That is 3 times in a row we've gotten the Wheel of Fortune, guys. But yeah, so there's what these guys look like. A little bit more muted, but I do really like the way they look. So traditional, right? Traditional, but not traditional at the same time. And then last but not least, the last one I'm going to show is, let me zoom out a little bit here, is the Sola Busca Tarot. This is museum quality by Lo Scarbeo. My husband bought this for me quite a few years ago. Um, I think they could have did better on the backs, to tell you the truth. I feel like the backs, I mean, they're okay. They're not annoying, but I feel like they could have did better. Now, this one is one of those decks that are a little primitive, and there might be some cards in here that might disturb some people, some of the images. I'll try to skip them if I see them. But this one has such beautiful, beautiful color. And it's beautiful. It really honestly is. And this is the one where like I don't know if I would consider this a Marseille. Right? I'm not entirely sure. It is pippish, but at the same time, see, like it does have that Marseille feel, right? But I think I would consider this a Marseille. But they do like, see, look here, you have a little bit more of an illustration happening, right? So it is pippish, but at the same time, it's not, right? Look at, see, we're getting a little bit more of these illustrations happening. So this one was on the fence for me, but I do like this one. I like how it reads. It's not a heavy user for me, but yeah, you know what? I would consider it a Marseille. I feel like if it has that title card happening, but this is like illustrated, right? So the purples and the reds, though, in this deck, and the blues are just amazing. And I like that they give you the number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it gives you the 8 next to it. Here's a 9, 10. Oh, I might have this one in order because I was doing something with it. And then they have the 13, the 14, your king, your queen, your knight, and then your page. And they all like look like they suit each other, right? I like when my, sorry, I'm off camera. I like when my court cards they all look like they belong together. But this is a really cool deck. Once again, I do not know if this is still available. Yeah, look at, see, once again, they all look like they belong together, which I love. And I love how it looks stained and old. This is a great one. Yeah. All right, so this one I put into order probably because I only pull it out once in a while. See, and this is like, they're so big. Probably because I take it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull from the back, from the front, and then I'm going to go in the middle. So I think I was keeping it in order because I was studying it. And I don't want to mess up its order right now because it is in order. But yeah, like, beautiful, eh? I love this deck. I love I just love the colors. The colorization of this deck is phenomenal. And like I said, I like how it looks old and like tea stained and like worn. But yeah, this is a great one too. I really like this one. All right, let's see if we can put this back in order. All right, so that was some of my Marseille collection. The ones that I felt were special or unique enough to show in a video. I mean, I do have other ones, and obviously they are just as beautiful and unique. But these ones tend to be the ones that I really, really enjoy the most. Other than, like I said, I had a hard time connecting with the polka. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and looking at these beautiful Marseilles. And like I said, I woke up and I just felt like it was a Marseille kind of day. So felt like just showing off some Marseilles and looking at them and figured I might as well shoot a video while I'm doing it. So thanks for watching and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.